Hi, everybody. Today we are going to talk about the validation of the HTML code. So let me share my screen here with you so we can see what we have here. First of all, I want to show to you that there is this file called validator.html. That's the file that I'm going to use to show to you the validator. That file here, I coded some HTML, and I know that there are some errors here, but I'm going to show to you how to use the validator to detect those errors, okay? So the first thing to remember is the URL of the validator, of the W3C validator website. It's validator.w3.org. Okay, so that's exactly the file the URL that I have opened here in my browser. So it's the markup validation service from W3C. Now, there are three ways to validate your code, okay? If you upload to a web server and you have the URL of your website, you can put the URL here directly. But you need to know that the validator will only validate your website if you are using HTTPS, okay? HTTP only, so having a web server that does not offer secure HTTP, it's not going to work. Now, you can also validate by uploading your file to this website, or you can validate by copying and paste or code your web page right here. I'm going first to use the validate by upload. So I'm going to choose the file and I'm going to exactly choose the validator HTML. So open. Okay, so here is the validator HTML written, and then I'll click on check. When I click on check, when the validator comes, I see here errors. Okay, so I have 1, 2, a warning, number 3, then number 4, number 5 are errors. So I always start by number 1 because sometimes when you have an error at the top of your page, it might throw a lot of other errors to the whole page. So let's see here. It says, element head is missing a required instance of child element title. It is very clear if you know HTML and you start studying HTML, you're going to see that first of all, it says line 6, column 5. It says exactly where the error is being pointed to you. So here, if I open the code, okay, you're going to see here, it says line 6. Well, I have here in line 6 the end of the head element, and it says that the element head, so since the beginning of the element, is missing a required instance of child element title. So what it says is that inside the head, I don't have the title tag. So it's required now to have the title tag. So I'm going to put the title tag here, and I'm going to say my title for my page, okay, just to have some title. I'm going to save. Now I'm going to choose the file again, validator, open, and check. Now that error disappeared. Okay, so I fixed that, and now I have 1, 3, number 1, number 3, number 4 are errors, and number 2 is a warning. So error, an image element must have the alt attribute. Oh, in line 16. So let me go there. Line 16. Line 16. Oh, here we have line 16. Oh, I have an image here. I forgot to put the alt attribute. It's required in HTML5. So required alt attribute to describe the image. Okay, of course, this would not be the value. Okay, I would be describing what is inside that image. Okay, I would be describing the image. This is a required attribute for accessibility purpose. So again, I will save this, and now I will upload the file again. Okay, because of course that connection from the W3C validator to my file is not automatic, okay? And then I'll check. Oh, now I have 2 errors and a warning. The warning says that I have an article that lacks heading. Consider using heading 2 up to heading 6. Oh, so I have an article on line 13, line 13. Yes, I have an article starting here. Oh, and I don't have any heading in that article. Article and section tags, they require headings, okay? So heading 2, heading for the article. So here we are. So file, save, okay? Now, let's see the other error. End tag for body scene, but there were unclosed elements. Wow, that's gonna be hard because on line 21, oh, I have the on 22, not on line 21 that the body is closed. So what element is missing the closing tag? Oh, there you are. Look at this. Unclosed element. That's the other error, footer. So when I close the footer right here, see, when I put the closing to the footer, I'm going to save this, and I'm pretty sure that these alone will take care of those 2 errors here. So now I'm going to choose the file again to upload the corrected file, check. Oh, see, checking is completed. No errors or warnings. Now, what you have to pay attention though is that, for example, if I don't put the meta description, okay? I'm not going to put the meta description. So I'm going to file, save. I'm going to upload this again. So upload and check. I continue to have no errors. Why? Because the meta description is not required in HTML5, but I've taught you and I've told you that it's important to have the meta description tag. So I'm going to go back with this again, because that's an important tag for search engine optimization, SEO. Okay, so there will be sometimes some validation that you're gonna say, oh yes, I don't have any errors, but you should pay attention to your head element to see if minimum you have put the meta char set, okay, and the meta name description. Now, I could also, as I told you, copy my whole code here, okay? I could also copy my whole code and put to validate by direct input. I could paste here and check. That would be the same thing. So there you go. Here you learned today about the validation of your HTML, which I hope that you always use to help you out write better and better web pages and better HTML. See you next time.